Hi and welcome to the Malat cookery channel. So today I'm doing sweet and sour chicken. So this is another Chinese restaurant recipe direct from the chef of a Chinese restaurant. It's actually a follow-on to a video I've just done on sweet and sour sauce. So I'll put a link in the description to this video below to that sweet and sour sauce recipe. As usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video, so let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So the ingredients for today, and this is enough ingredients for 2 adult portions of sweet and sour chicken. So I've got half a breast of chicken which I've cut into just over 1 centimetre cubes. So I asked the chef on portion sizes, and you ask any chef been in the trade a long time about portion sizes, they'll be really exact. So for this particular Chinese restaurant, they have 7 pieces of coated chicken in their portion size for sweet and sour chicken. So I've actually done 8, so there's actually 16 pieces of chicken in there. I've got about 100 grams of potato starch. Again, as I said earlier in the video, you can use alternatives to that. Going to be using about 30 to 40 millilitres of sweet and sour sauce per serving. So there's going to be about 80 millilitres of sauce for this particular recipe. Again, as I said earlier, the recipe video for this sweet and sour sauce, I'll put a link in the description of this video below. We've got 1 egg, 1 medium-sized egg, which I've added 2 tablespoons of milk to and then beaten just to loosen that egg up to make a decent egg wash. Vegetable wise, we've got half a green pepper which I've cut into cubes, a small amount of carrot which I've peeled and then sliced thinly. So the carrot is there really just to give a contrasting colour. We've got half a small onion which I've peeled and chopped, similar size to the green peppers, and again exact portion sizes. I've got 8 cubes of pineapple, 4 per serving. Optional extra, which I'm going to do because it's part of this recipe but you don't have to, is I've got a small spring onion which I've washed and then sliced thinly, and that's going to be used just for a little bit of garnish on the dish once it's been served. So the first job is to cook the chicken. So I've already placed the deep fat fryer, because I'm going to be deep fat frying this chicken. I've already placed it onto 180 degrees centigrade, that's 180, and that's come up to temperature now. I've also placed the oven on at 50 degrees centigrade because once we've cooked the chicken, I'll then transfer the chicken into an oven proof dish, and that will keep warm while we cook the rest of the meal. So we take our chicken pieces into the egg wash. Make sure we coat those pieces well with the egg wash, and then take off any excess egg wash from the chicken, and then the chicken pieces straight into the potato starch or whatever you are actually using. And just make sure, again, all of that chicken is coated well. So we want to make sure that the oil is up to temperature before we do this, because we don't want to let the chicken stand for too long in the potato starch, otherwise it will just become a gooey mess. So once we've coated that chicken, we're happy it's coated on all sides. The next thing to do is obviously take it to the deep fat fryer. So I'm going to be frying this chicken in 2 batches. Again, shake off any excess. And this chicken will be cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes. So once the chicken's cooked, the next thing to do is obviously cook the rest of the meal. So I've got a well seasoned wok on the largest gas ring at the highest heat. Got some vegetable oil in the wok. Just going to coat the wok in that vegetable oil, and then I'm going to pour off any excess. So the only oil we have in the wok is basically what's lining the sides of the wok. So we've got that oil smoking nicely. In goes all of the veg and the pineapple chunks. And we just want to cook this through for about 4 or 5 minutes. So next thing, in goes the chicken. Again, just want to cook that through for about a minute. Next thing is the sauce, and I know I'll talk about specific measurements, but it's entirely up to you how much sauce you put in, depending on obviously what you like. So I'm just going to add a little bit of sauce at a time until I think it looks right. Just a tiny bit more sauce, and I think that is our sweet and sour chicken finished. So there you go, another Chinese restaurant recipe. Sweet and sour chicken, absolutely delicious. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, please hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching.